I'm delighted to have our next guest, Harry Gunasingham. How are you, sir?
Done.
Thank you for being here. Now, tell us a little bit about iviva by Eutech.
Okay, iviva is a software platform which can allow you to implement a smart workplace, a smart building, or a smart precinct. It's a platform that we developed over the last 10 years, and it's been implemented over 15 countries around Asia Pacific and the Middle East, and now Europe very soon.
And so it can control an entire smart city. Tell us a little bit more about the platform.
Well, it's used in a project called Barangru, which has been featured in this conference. So we can manage the entire core and shell of a building, all the different systems, lighting to the air conditioning, whatever, the infrastructure, the lighting, street lighting, the traffic lights, the sewerage plants, the security systems, and everything is, and also the tenancies within the buildings. Everything is brought together into one platform. In the case of Barangru, there are about 1 million points that we manage. Another project in downtown Doha, 110 buildings, over 1 million points brought together and managed on platform.
What sets it apart from other platforms?
I think what sets it apart is the level of complexity that we can manage, the idea that we can bring in not just point-based systems, but also transaction-based systems like car parking systems, CCTV system. In the downtown Doha project, we have 10,000 cameras which are managed in an integrated way. We reduced the number of people that can manage it from 340 to 30. So it's all automated using intelligent process automation.
What do you think that the industry can learn from you in this area?
Okay, so our experience really comes across working across Australia, Middle East, Asia Pacific, and now Europe, and we are hopefully very soon in the United States. A lot of our projects have been greenfield projects, though I would say a third is also retrofit. The biggest lesson that we learned or that we can share is that today the challenge of the industry is the fact that construction is done very poorly. So when you implement these smart systems, you're implementing on them on poor infrastructure. So one of the changes that are happening is that the construction industry itself is changing. And so I think that there are need to change the way the construction process is managed.
Let's talk about that. So what would you say are the key ways that the construction process needs to be changed?
Okay, so first of all, I should say that there is a transformation taking place, like in every industry that is becoming digital transformed, like in the transportation area. We can see that with Uber, in the retail area with Amazon.
Yes.
The construction area also is going through a digital transformation. We believe that in the next 10 years, buildings will be digitally constructed and digitally operated. And for that, it will not be one platform, two platforms, it will be one platform that will take the building from design to implementation to handover to operations.
Are you implying that the plans will be interpreted by, I mean, it almost sounds like robots will build the buildings. That's not what you're saying, but...
I think in the flux of time, it's maybe 20, 30 years away that will happen. Buildings will not be constructed, they'll be manufactured. And that's not what I'm saying, that's charity.
Yeah.
But in the short term, in the next decade, many of the processes today are done manually will be actually done automatically.
And circuits and fibers will be embedded in the manufactured walls, and we won't need to.
Yeah. So Singapore, where I come from, has already got a program. The government has instituted a program for digital transformation. With I think in the next 10 years, prefabrication, 3D printing, robotics, drones. You'll find less and less people on the construction site. And in this environment, the idea of a smart building is an embedded smart building. All the pieces will be put together like a Lego set. And a lot of that will be automated. And this will happen in the next 10 years, we believe.
What's the opportunity, Harry? What can Eutech bring to the people at this conference? What can you give us?
Okay, so today a lot of what we hear in the conference is about control systems. And control systems are very important. They do a lot of things. But really, the bigger picture is about information and information modeling. So there is already a very well-established concept of building information modeling, which is being used by the architects to design the building. That building information model doesn't translate into the whole life cycle of the building, but that's going to change. What we have done is actually brought the two together. We call it the digital twin. But where we are different, I mean, that's a well-known subject, but where we are different, the idea of an identical digital twin, that the digital twin and the physical twin are exactly the same. So our platform enables you to actually deliver a physical smart building and its digital twin using the building information model. And I think that's a revolutionary idea.
You literally do that?
We do that, yes, we do.
And you're one of the few companies able to do that?
To our knowledge, we are one of the few, yes.
That's very interesting.
Yes.
Is it simply down to that building modeling, information modeling, or do you have other secrets that allow you to provide this?
A combination. Some of this is already there in the public domain. That idea of building information modeling is nothing new. But what we have done is taken that and automated the process of bringing that building information modeling with the control system. So literally, today we are doing about 60, 70% is automated. Our goal is 100%. That's a long-term goal. It may take us 5 to 10 years, but we are incrementally increasing the level of automation. And AI will play a very important part in this whole thing.
AI will?
Yes.
Because how so?
Well, AI will automatically see where the connections are, where the optimizations are. So we envisage, especially as we go to 5G and totally wireless networks in the building, you set up everything, it'll configure itself and operate.
Harry, is Eutech making the best smart buildings in the world?
We'd like to think so.
I think it's really fascinating. I'd love to know more, and I'd love to see more, and I'd love to actually see your buildings. Are you available to construct buildings for companies here?
Yes, very much. That's why we're here in this conference. We have some, in the showcase, we are showing 2 examples of projects. Barangaroo is a very large precinct, which is presented by Lend-Lease. And then we have a smaller 8-story building, which is a total digital twin. So yes, we're ready here.
For companies and people who are interested in interfacing a little bit more with you, how would they best get to experience what you do?
Well, just come to our booth.
Yep.
Or give us a call. We're ready to meet with you and work with you.
Very exciting, Harry. Thank you so much. We really enjoyed learning about iviva.
All right. Thank
Cheers.
you very much.
Thanks for being on the program.
You.